Welcome to our latest video from Mida Travel, where we take you through a full walkthrough tour of the colossal MSC World Europa. Would you go on this ship? Is it too big? Check out this video and comment below.
So if we start filming from here, this is 4. So this is 4 on the front, and this is where the medical centre is. Now you can't see it, there's no signage, but we've basically found this crew only door, and it's through there. So if you're coming down, front of the ship, deck 4, through the crew only door. It's a bit daunting because you're walking out into crew areas, what they call the M1, which is the main corridor that runs through the ship. Don't be alarmed, go into the centre and you'll see the medical centre. We're going to go up to 5. Okay, so as you can see, we're on deck 5 now. We're at the front of the ship. Obviously, it's going to be a bit noisy at the moment because people are disembarking. This is the exit for today. But deck 5, and you will find yourself at the lifts at the front, and round the corner, you will find the entrance to the Luna Park Arena. Now, this is something that tends to be busier later at night. It is their nightclub as such. And they do all sorts of different events here, immersive experiences where you can have shows, but mainly I think it's a nightclub where hopefully, if it's open, going to take you into the arena, which is actually the dance floor. So it's luckily today it's not too busy. There's a few people hanging around, but as you can see, it's a nightclub. Over on the far side, you'll see the grates. That is a bar area, and at the top here we've got a DJ booth. But as you can see on the side, if you just pan around for me, Michael, this actually comes out like a seating section, so it can be also used as a theatre as well for shows. But yeah, that's it. Sticky floors, as you expect in a nightclub. But it is what it is. We're going to take you up the stairs now, because we're going to have to somehow get across to the other side. So if you bear with us a second, we'll bring you back on the aft of the ship where we'll find La Foglia restaurant. So we're still on deck 5. You saw the Luna Park a minute ago. We're now in the corridor section where the rooms are on deck 5. They've named it Berlin, but I don't know why they've given names. But we're going to carry on walking through to La Foglia. Okay, so confusing as it is, we're now we're actually midship on deck 5. Now this is only accessible via the lifts or via the stairwell midship. And as you can see to my left, we've got La Foglia. Now we didn't even know this existed, to be quite honest. It's a little bit of a hidden gem. So if you are on board and you do get put down here, it's actually not a bad thing because the restaurant looks bloody beautiful. La Foglia restaurant, I'm assuming it's a main dining room. We're going to go inside and have a little look around. Hopefully, you know, they allow us. So as you can see, it's not massive. It's quite small. Very beautiful with the wine bottles everywhere. Oh, and they have got actually sea views, both sides. Oh, it's a lot bigger. It spreads out now as you come in. Really nice decor in here. Really, really nice vibe. I can't really say much more than it. This is nicer than probably the Bubbles restaurant that we're going to show you in a bit. Okay, so we're at the aft of the ship now. This is the restaurant that we've been putting Bubbles. We're not going to film in the moment, which is closed off, but we'll do some sweeping shots of Bubbles later. It's one of the main dining rooms, and as you come through the sort of corridor here, you've got 2 other main dining rooms on either side. Now, if I remember, if my memory serves me well, we've got hexagonal or hexagon on this side, and I've quite forgotten the name of the one on this side. But we'll quickly just talk about them. They're identical in their design, aesthetically very pleasing things. But this is where the main dining rooms are on the aft of deck 6. So when you come on board, you'll be given a table and a time. And if you don't like it, just pop down here on embarkation, speak to them at guest services, and they should be able to change you, like we did as well, to a different time, because it was just a bit too early for us. So yes, here we are. We've got, that's right, that one's called Hexagono, and this one is Hexagon. Once again, they are what they are. Exactly the same restaurants either side. And these are on deck 6 at the aft of the ship. So coming through, again, we've got now the, I'm going to call it the midsection lifts. These are the busiest lifts on the ship that you get on deck 6, which takes you through into the main part of the ship, Now this is the Galleria, where all the shops, restaurants, all the activities are happening. So World Galleria on World Europa, and we'll start off with this side. So this is where guest services are on this side. So if you've got any complaints, this is where you need to come. We've got the excursions as well on board. So if you want to book any excursions at a future date, just bearing in mind when you're on board, they're probably not going to be as cheap as they would be if you're off board. But any problems with your room, any problems with anything on the ship, this is where you need to come. The queue's not too bad at the moment. It can get pretty big, so choose your times wisely. Over to the other side, we've got Dolce Vita. Now this is one of the main bars. We won't go in there purely based on the fact that it's very loud, but Dolce Vita is where you can pick up cocktails, drinks. This tends to be the busiest bar. A lot going on, they have entertainment. I'm not sure if they do karaoke in this one. I know karaoke spreads around the ship, but maybe you might get it in there as well. It's interesting because there's escalators both sides, and to this day I haven't got a clue where they go. They're never open, but who knows? Maybe someone in the comments can write down where they go. Okay, we get to the exciting bits of the ship now. This is the boutique, but next to the boutique is a place called Jean-Pierre. Now, I put a video about this already. Jean-Pierre is I'm sure it's Jean-Pierre, Jean-Philippe, not Pierre, Jean-Philippe. This is where you can get all chocolate. They make chocolate on site here. They do loads of sweets, ice creams. It's not too expensive, it's about mid-range, but the options that they have in here for chocolates and sweets are absolutely phenomenal. You can also get yourself in here nice coffees, hot chocolates, and that sort of stuff as well at the back. So you can sit there with a nice hot chocolate and have a nice view out the window. Now in the centre of the ship is something quite special and impressive. When we boarded, this wasn't on board. They've come on since then. It's actually, if you're into Formula One, the Alpine Racing Team's Formula One vehicle, and it was set up here on the ship. We were told that the actual owner, or one of the part owners of Alpine Racing, was on board, and I think MSC have got some sort of sponsorship deal in with Alpine Racing, hence why it's on board. On the other side of that, you've got the shopping gallery. Now, unfortunately, it's closed. We're in port, so it's closed today. This opens mainly at night time and always has deals on, so don't think that just because you see a deal one day, it'll be there the next. They change the deals around daily. So this is a really important part of the ship. This is for future cruising. Now, I know that many people that come on cruise ships, if they love it, they come and book their cruises at a later date. This is really, really good if you want a discount or you want onboard spends additional to what you get in the travel agents. If you know what you want, Future Cruises is the place to come and book your cruises, because you will get a better deal. You might get things like spa packages thrown in or extra spends for your room. But Future Cruising, if you like the ship and you like the company, come on board and book for the future. You can see all the assembly stations. They have daily boardings here of different passengers. So every day you'll see the MSC doing their boarding stations for the drill, which every cruise ship has to do. So this is currently B and D. We were B when we came on. So you just got to come in, sign a form, they'll scan your card to show that you've boarded and you're about to do your onboard emergency. Sort of, I'm just looking to see, there's people actually there at the moment. So this is the 5D cinema. Now, we've had a look at this, and this is one of those immersive cinema screens. This one, you shoot things. So the chairs move, there's wind, there's all that sort of stuff. You shoot things, so it's a lot more immersive than you would be in a normal cinema. Just looking at the deals they've got at the moment. They've got bumper cars on sale for €5 instead of €7. Always look out for deals because you'll find them everywhere. But the 5D cinema here is €11 for an adult, €9 for a child. And then next to that, as we showed you earlier, the Luna Park Arena. This is the upper level of the Luna Park Arena. So if you just want to have a drink and look over and watch, you can sit up top Let's have a quick look. You can sit up top and look down to see what's going on. So yes, you can see earlier we were on the bottom bit there. Okay, so back out into the mayhem. Right, this is what I call the American diner. It's where you get your pizzas and burgers from. This is open all night. Late night snacks. It's all the way through the day. And in here you can pick up things like chicken wings, burgers, fries, pizza, you name it, they got it here. But one good tip that a lot of people don't realise is this actually serves breakfast. And I don't think it's advertised on the MSC app as a breakfast eatery. Now the reason why this is good is because it doesn't get that busy like the buffet does, and you can get all of your English breakfast favourites in there, beans, toast, all those things. But you've also got your drink station, and in the drink station you've got beers, wines, water. You've also got soft drinks. However, be mindful that if you are going to have a soft drink from here, it's chargeable and you have to have a specific cup for it, so don't get caught out. And also the water, one tip for you. If you want a glass of water here, it actually costs 50 cents for a small, €1 for a large. But if you're on a drinks package, it's free, but it's not, because it takes one of your alcoholic drinks off, which in essence costs €15, because that's the limit you can have on each alcohol drink. So be mindful of that. Get a can from the bars there, free. And yeah, that is it. So at the end, one more thing I want to show you about Deck 6. Oh no, actually to the left of us here, we've got some of the games arcade. Now, Michael or me will probably show you later on part of the other games arcade. This is a section of it with a few little machines in. There is a bigger version of this upstairs, but that is to come. And then a special bit on this ship is this telephone box at the end. Now, just like on Morella and other cruise lines, they do a speakeasy. Now, the difference is with this speakeasy, it isn't bookable. This is by invite only. So if you're recognised by bar staff for being friendly or management, you might get given a secret token. You scan that token with instructions of what to do, and you can book yourself into the speakeasy. We're going tonight, so we'll see what it's like. So yeah, if you're on board, just be nice, and you never know, you might get given one. And the last thing I'm going to show you here, you'll see these through the ship. This is your cruise card activation point. So you can manage your account on these machines. They're all the way through the thing. Just be mindful that in your room, your smart TV does show you what you've done on your bill, what you spent. This is where you can settle your bills if you want to do that before you disembark. It saves a lot of time and a lot of queuing.
We are now on deck 7, and we're starting from the front of the ship, and we're going to work to the aft. This is the World Theatre. Shows on here nightly. The shows, I have to say, have been really good. We've had a couple of cast shows, and we've had an illusionist, and I think tonight we've got a solo artist. So really nice theatre. What I love about the theatre is the size of the chairs. The chairs are so wide, so it makes it really comfy. Make sure that you book the shows. You have to book them to be able to get in, and you can choose your time and the amount of people. Coming out, this is obviously one of the muster stations, and we're now entering the World Galleria. So we're going to start on the barber shop. You can get, gents, your haircut here, you can get shaves, you can get treated and spoil yourself, but it's a lovely old looking barber shop, and I love the fact that they've got the red and white sign outside. You've then got the Master of the Sea. This is a British style pub, and I have to say it's been one of our favourite places. They have entertainment in here in the evening. It's usually a gentleman. There's been a couple of gentlemen singers with a guitar, and the atmosphere and the singing in there has been amazing. Across the other side, I think, no, there's nothing there to worry about yet. So we're still passing Master of the Seas. They have got their own brewery, which is interesting. Carrying on along, quite nice wide aisles, these. You've got these cash points that you come across from time to time, and I believe these are to make donations to the MSC Foundation. So if you want to donate to that, then look out for these machines. We're now looking at, again, one of our favourite restaurants, Aurea Tacos. Now, a big tip for you. This is free for breakfast, although it's a specialty restaurant. If you want lunch or dinner, then it will be an extra charge. And again, we would advise you book this pre-cruise because you will save yourself money. We've got the lovely Maria behind the bar who has looked after us so well. And the staff in here have been absolutely amazing. Hello there. I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm excellent.
Good. Across the way, we've got the Butcher's Cut, which again is a signature specialty restaurant. We haven't eaten there yet, but we are due to eat there on our final day, which is a sea day. You've got a little takeaway thing, I presume, there, or it's a little gap just to show you a little taste of it. So this section floor is mainly restaurants, because now on the opposite side you have the sushi bar and the teppanyaki bar. Again, you will need to make extra payment to eat in those. We have a small shop here, the MSC shop, so if you want an MSC souvenir, then you will find them in this location. And then we move on to the iris. If you want I for art, then you can get your iris photography here at the photo section. And then if we move through, again, this is the photo and digital hub. So I presume if you've got a photo package or if you want photos, you've had photos taken, this is the place you can come and find them and pay for them. Moving on through, on the opposite side, we've seen the machine where you can make a donation, but I'm sure you could also make a donation at the MSC Foundation booth on deck 7. And we're now looking at the teppanyaki and sushi bar still. It stretches quite a way. Moving on through, we come to the midship lifts, and there'll be stairs here as well. There's nice comfortable seating outside all of the lifts, although you shouldn't have to wait that long to need a seat. We're now moving through into the signature casino. The casino is in port and it is not open when the ship is in port, but the one thing that really strikes you here, if you're a non-smoker, the minute you come through those doors, you get stale cigarette smoke. And obviously in the evenings when people are smoking in here, it does become quite smoky. In the centre of the casino, you've got the bar. And interestingly, if you're a sports fan, during the day, there's 5 screens where they show you 5 different football matches. Moving on round, you've got the gaming tables, you've got roulette. We'll do a full tour of the casino on another video, but obviously you've got a good choice of fruit machines, or slots as I think they're also known, and just be careful, be sensible with gambling. Moving on through, because people do embark at all of the ports, then you do get these muster stations all the way around the ship. We're now moving into the Panorama Lounge, and this is another theatre. Strangely, as you enter, you've got a pool table. You've also got the bar and a nice seating area. But this venue hosts shows in the evening. Now, we came last night and we were a little bit disappointed because basically it's a band, as there'd be a band in one of the bars, and there were about 6 dancers and a bit of aerial. But it was a little bit underwhelming. Once you'd seen about 4 or 5 of the numbers, it became a bit repetitive. If we carry on round, you can have a good look at the stage. Again, the seating is really comfy, so I'm sure Dave's going to do you a sweep here. I absolutely love this theatre. I'll call it a theatre, even though they call it a lounge, but I think it's lovely. The downside is that you still get a strong smell of smoke. Now, as non-smokers, it was quite hard because you feel it, and I've got a medical condition and the smoke does affect me, so it wasn't really pleasant. I don't know, we were sat at the back last night, and I think if we come again, I'm going to try down the front where it might not be as strong. You can see people practicing in here, but yeah, it's a really nice venue, and they also do the karaoke in here, so if you really want a good stage to perform your karaoke, then don't miss the karaoke in the Panorama Lounge.
Okay, so now we're on deck 8, and we are currently at the MSC Aurea Spa. This is the spa, the only spa on board, and if you wanted a massage or a facial, this is where you come. The front of deck 8, they'll have deals on there all the time, so always check with them, see what deals they've got on. Very Asian inspired in there, very beautiful and serene. Moving around, we've actually got something I've never seen on a ship before, which is the juice bar. Now, at this juice bar, you can only not just get juices, but you can get protein drinks and shakes. I think they also do snack bowls as well, which are protein based. So they've also got some of the best staff on board here. This is Lorenzo, giving us a smile. And I don't know, what's your name? Aliana, there you go. The best staff on the ship. So you can get all your juices and your protein things from here. So if you like working out as well, you can pick up a nice protein shake from here. Also, next to this, we've got the Les Dunes restaurant. Now, the Les Dunes restaurant is for Aurea Suite members only. And also, I believe the yacht club can book into this one as well. This, I think, is like a main dining room restaurant. And it's quite cool because it's got a balcony that sort of overlooks the Emporium area. So the World Shopping Centre. So, as you can see, we'll put some clips over this. This is the Aurea Suite Les Dunes restaurant. And moving around, my favourite bar of the night. I mean, we spend most of our time in this bar. This is the Gin Project. Now, on MSC, it's very interesting that they distill their own gin, and they have working vats at the front to distill their own gin. We don't care about that. We just come in here and we try out all of their gins. They're masters at mixology when it comes to gin and tonics. So if you're on board, the Gin Project is a must. Now, the next part of this journey is interesting because you can't actually reach the next part without going through a secret corridor. But before we go there, I need to just quickly point out something that I think Michael missed off on his last one. If you just look down here, Michael, and to the next level below, this actually is the TV studio lounge. You'll find karaoke in there and a range of alcoholic cocktails that you can get on a premium package. So following me, this time we're going to have to go off course a bit through a little bit of a secret corridor. Now, in here you will find information all around gin distillery, so you'll see how they make gin. It gives you a full description on the wall and some history there too. But leading through this corridor here, it turns into something different. This corridor here is all about the India tea trade. So there is a place on board that we love called the Raj Polo Tea House. Now, the reason why this is so important to us is we love a cup of tea in the morning, but we also love a place that's nice and quiet. This is the place to come if you've had a little bit too much, it's a bit too overstimulated on board, and you want a bit of quiet. The Raj Polo Tea House. Now, coming around the corner, you can see on my right, it is probably one of the best venues on board. The staff in here are absolutely superb. There's a member of staff here called Bishnu, who knows everything there is to know about tea. He's Peruvian, he is very knowledgeable, so if you've got any questions about different flavours, infusions, Bishnu is the man to talk to on that one. I am going to divert you in a moment, Michael, over to the other side of this walkway, and here you will find probably the most impressive restaurant on board. This is the Chef's Garden Kitchen. Now, this is a Michelin-starred restaurant. The food in here is very fancy, quite expensive. You can get this restaurant on a a food package. However, just be mindful in there, the food portions are quite small, but they grow all of their own herbs on site in hydroponics. So it's worth a look if you are fancying something fancy on board MSC World Europa. Now, for you cocktail lovers and for you champagne lovers, we have Fizz. Fizz is their onboard champagne and Prosecco bar. You will find everything you need here if you are a lover of bubbles. They also do cocktails as well, mixed with champagne. So you can, I believe, get some things here on your drinks package. But be mindful, it is quite expensive, so you might have to pay a surcharge, anything over your drinks package price limit. And swiftly moving over to the other side, a very important part of this ship is something called Elixir. Now, Elixir is not like most other ships. This is the Mixology bar. Now, the Mixology bar here, they do some out of this world standalone cocktails, and these cocktails are over the drinks price package. So we're on a premium drinks package. We have a limit of $15. I think every single drink in here is over that. So what you'll do is you'll just pay the difference. So if it's 18 euro, for example, you'll pay €3 on your bill for that cocktail. So have a little look. Elixir on board, absolutely stunning. Just got to quickly point out how gorgeous the chandeliers are here as well. Oh, look, quite disappointed, Mike. We found out as well that on board, we haven't found the Swarovski crystal staircase. We've been told it's in the yacht club, so we don't have access to that. So unfortunately this time, we can't see it. So just like on deck 6, we've got excursions, if you want to book any excursions or ask any questions about excursions. And on the far side, we have a lovely jewellery store that sells beautiful necklaces, rings, etc. So if you're looking for a bit of glitz, this is the place to come. Now, we're going to walk through the mid of the ship now to another area on deck 8. This is what makes this deck so special. We are going to be going into the World Emporium Promenade. Okay, so follow me. So as you can see, we're at the World Promenade. Now, this is really strange. It's like having an outdoors, indoors. It is roofless, as you can see. There's no roof here, but yet we do have a shopping street. We have a cafe. The coffee emporium here does their own coffee blended on board. They roast their own beans. They make the most superb coffee, but they make even better hot chocolate. So if you're on board, try the orange and cinnamon hot chocolate. It's beautiful. Like you would on any other street, you've got some shopping areas as well. You've got luxury accessories there, and you do have Omega watches and another watch store in front. But deck 8 on the World Promenade also hosts to another signature restaurant, La Pescaderia. Now this is a fish restaurant, so if you're a fish lover, okay, this is the place to come. It is a signature. You can pre-book this. You can also get it on a dining package. So have a little look for the deals. We got a dining package of 2 restaurants. We chose Ola Tacos and the Butcher's Cut, but you can get different restaurants on different dining packages. So this is La Pescaderia. Okay, it specializes in all fish dishes, but not only that, it does something even more special. For all us Brits out there that love our hand food, they have a chippy on the side. So you can actually get, for €11, fish and chips and a beer. Now that's actually probably cheaper than the UK. So you can come to the servery hatch here and you can find yourself, as you can see, they've got display fish and chips here. That looks bloody gorgeous, if I'm honest. So yeah, if you're on board and you fancy fish and chips, this is the place to come to. And then moving onwards, if I haven't spoken enough yet, we have got sort of an area for the children. Now you've got the, I want to call it Venom, and it's designed in the style of a snake. It is a colossal slide that I think starts from deck 20 or 21, and it comes all the way down to deck 8. Now, I'm not sure of the price of this. If we find the price out, we will put it on screen for you to see. But this is Venom, the slide going virtually half of the ship down. But then moving on, we've got 2 sections at the back of the ship. We've got one section for the adults and one section for the kids. We're going to look at Lanai Bar on the right-hand side. So, we're not smokers, we don't smoke. However, if you do smoke, this bar offers you the chance to smoke indoors if it's raining, and they do have entertainment there as well. So it's a smoker's bar. They serve drinks, cocktails, you can smoke in there, and they do have live entertainment. And then spinning ourselves round to probably the most important part of the ship, we've got the ice cream parlour. Now, this is called Sweet Temptations, and in here you can get everything from sundaes to crepes, frozen yogurt, lollies, sweets, you name it, they sell it in here. It's a place really for kids, even though I would be in there in a heartbeat if I could. This place is absolutely amazing. So if you do fancy something sweet, it isn't included on the drinks packages or dining packages. However, you can come in and sort of have a little look. You've got lollipops, waffles, crepes, hot drinks, mineral waters, classic shakes, but they're reasonably priced. So €5 for a classic shake, and they're big. So if you are on board, get yourself in, have a little look, see what you think. And that really is the end of tour on deck 8. We do have a vantage point at the back of the ship. As you can see, we have this, but we do have these things called palms. These light up at night time and give amazing light shows to music. There are 4. There's 2 at the end down there and 2 at the end up here. And it is a sight for sore eyes. The one thing, though, I'm going to say about deck 8, which I find a bit off-putting personally, is balconies overlooking this section. Now, this is a bit of a noise trap. Noise travels upwards. If you have a balcony here, you can be seen from most decks in. It doesn't get quiet till after 10:30 at night. So if you are looking to get a balcony, just make sure that you are aware that these balconies do get quite noisy. So yeah, that's it. Deck 8. We have no more room, floors now between here and deck 18. So the next time you shall see us will be from deck 19 going upwards. And today we're in I can never say it. Civitavecchia. That place. That place in Italy. On deck 18 at the front of the ship, on the forward, we're going to work our way through to the aft, and we're going to take you through to 19, 20 and 21. First of all, I need to give you a word of warning. I'm not drunk. The ship is very, very rough today. The sea is very rough today, so the ship is moving quite a lot. So if I fall, don't laugh. But we're going to start off at deck 18. We brought you here based on the fact that this is where the yacht club suites start. So if you are staying in the yacht club, this will be probably the first deck that you will see. You get access to everywhere on the ship, as well as private areas for MSC Yacht Club members only. But we're going to crack on through. So we're going to walk through now. This is the Botanical Garden pool. This is an indoor pool area. So obviously it can be very busy today because it's rough outside, but you've got quite a few hot tubs and pools and cabanas in here. And you can see everyone's chilling out, enjoying it. And it's quite nice because it's like a bit of a wave pool in the pool area there. But we're going to walk straight on through. So this is the Botanic Gardens pool indoor. It is heated. No one is in the outside pool today on the pool deck because it's so cold and it's very, very rough. So you've got to be careful we don't fall in. And here we are in the pool deck area. Now, no one's sunbathing today because obviously it's quite a windy day. It is quite warm though, to be fair. It's not too bad. But this is where you'll find a lot of parties. So they sometimes have white night parties here if the weather's nice, if they're out in the summertime and it's on calm sea. And they do have these sort of eateries at the top here. I was going to make sort of reference to the pool area here. You've got actually 2 pools split by a central walkway, and it's pretty cool because you don't have to get out of the pool. You can literally just sort of like salmon yourself over to the other pool, which is pretty neat. So in a moment we're going to move on forward through from the pool deck into the first part of the buffet. Now on this ship there's actually 2 floors of buffet, but before we get to the buffet, just bring it down right here, we have rive droite, rive gauche. Now if I remember my French rightly, I'm pretty sure that's left and right, probably wrong. But these are bar areas and food eatery areas. We haven't actually seen the food eatery area open at all on our 7-day cruise, but that might just be purely based on the weather. But we're going to carry on right round to the corner, and we're going to start off at the first part of the buffet on deck 18. So like any good ship, they always have a hand washing station, and this ship has them in abundancy. We're going to be naughty here. We're going to sneak round the side. Is it open? No, we're not going to come this way. We're going to run that way to the centre. But yes, they've got hand washing stations everywhere, and it's not just one, they have them everywhere, you see, which I really like and appreciate on a ship, because cleanliness is key. Oh yes, one more thing to quickly look at as well. You see the MSC screen here. They do put on performances, they do have bands in the summertime, and this does double up as a cinema screen as well for the outdoor cinema screenings, like you've seen on Morella and Princess and different cruise ships like that. Pretty standard on most cruise ships now, I believe. But coming through, if we don't get blown over, that is. You're right there. Right then, so moving on through. There we go. Whew, just blown away there. Right, so moving on through to the central buffet on 18. The things with this buffet is you've got it on every side. So you've got it on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. This is the largest buffet on the ship. This is Il Mercato. And just going to quickly move through. Go to the Zen pool. Okay. So walking through, you start off in this lovely sort of area in the middle here. And as you can see, we've got hand washing stations on both sides. But this is more like an atrium of the buffet. Plenty of seating in here, however, it does get pretty busy. They're trying to serve 6,000 odd passengers at once, so it's not the best design. They are quite small considering what they are. You've got an amazing bar here. You can get yourself cans, juices, that sort of stuff. And your tea and coffee stations here with your MSC logo mugs. So I'm not sure what time lunch is today, because it's before lunch, so I still think it's breakfast service here, hence why it's so quiet. But come lunchtime, this will be absolutely rammed. So I just quickly want to show you around here. So on MSC, they have quite a few of these. I hate them, so you might have to be mindful of this. They've got the glass walkways. This one's not too bad because it's frosted. But we are on deck 18, and this sinks down to deck 8. So as you can see, it's quite a long drop down. I'm not a huge fan, but you can probably see from the sides how high you are. Let me get that for you. No worries, thank you, cheers. Right, so yeah, moving on now through to the other side. So like I said to you before, right and left, identical sides. They've currently covered it, the food up, because it's breakfast service, but this will have a quick change round. I think it's about 12:30. They start with the lunchtime buffet on board. So this will be a hive of activity again in about an hour's time. Right, now we're going to be moving ourselves through to the Zen area. Now we have two parts, the Zen Bar and the Zen Pool area. These are exclusively adults only areas. Okay, so ideally these are for adults only. Children shouldn't be out there, however we have seen quite a few children out there and it doesn't seem to be policed very well. But before I take you through, I'm just going to quickly let you know we've got two pools on the Zen pool deck. We've got a lot of seating and some gorgeous views over the wake of the ship. This is at the aft of the ship. We'll walk through now. Never know, we might find out one of our favourite barmen's on today. Okay, if we take you outside so you can see what we got. So in summertime, when this is like in season, this cruise, all of this will be filled with these sun loungers on the side, and they come with the really comfy mattresses. So they're not just like your normal sun loungers, they're more, I'm going to say, luxurious in their sort of look. We've got these 2 pools. Now they're only 5 foot deep, roughly about 5 foot deep, but they are heated. So whether it's winter or summer, they can be used all year round. They're not obviously in use today, purely based on the weather. The bit that fascinates me the most about this is the sheer size of this shower with such a small shower head. Now, I don't know why they've made these showers so massive when considering you've only got one small shower rose, but it is what it is. They're quite nice to look at, to be fair. Got to keep hold of my hat here because I don't lose it. So, moving around to this part again, if you are into this sort of thing, we have another glass walkway. Now, I've done this one, but I didn't look down on it. This one is clear. You can see right through to the bottom. I don't like it at all. I don't even like the fact that I know right now we're over nothing below us. But again, this is all part of the Zen pool area. In summertime, this will be absolutely riddled with sunbeds. So then, moving on round, we've got the exact same identity on the left and right of both sides. I assume that's why they call it droite and gauche at the front there. But yes, the same sort of layout on here with our heated pool and our thing. This one seems to have been drained. So whether or not it was so rough last night, it's emptied itself, or they've drained it, I don't know. It's quite interesting to think where the water actually does go if they drain it. I don't know. So then coming on round, we have the Zen Bar. So this is basically one of the bars Mike and I use quite a lot. One of our favourite barmen, Alan, works here. Michael has discovered the cocktail BBC. It's basically a Bailey style pina colada, and this is where it was born to him, so we love it here. So one thing I'm going to mention about the Zen Bar is this here. This is a little bit of a secret gem on the ship. A lot of people don't really know about it. It's a lift that runs between 19, 18 and 8. So if the lifts are really, really busy and you need to get to the buffet, come through to floor 8 down below and straight up to deck 18 here and cut through to the buffet. So a little bit of a tip for you there. Okay, once again, great cocktail bar. Serves all of the basic cocktails, but also they will do drinks to demand. So if you fancy a drink that they don't have on the menu, they can pretty much make it here for you. Not really noticed that before. You see those seats there with a gorgeous view out onto the wake. So if you're having a nice cocktail, you've got a stunning view down of the wake, and of course deck 8 below. The one thing that I don't appreciate about sort of these outdoor areas though is on MSC, every outdoor area seems to be a smoking area. Now, I know it sounds really, really bad. I'm a reformed smoker, quite a bad reformed smoker, and I believe that you know, smoking on these ships, because they're Italian, tend to be everywhere. So if you don't like it, you have to sort of be mindful of that. We're going to talk about this in a minute, but not quite now. So once again, just coming up to a very quiet area. This is all part of the Zen deck, adults only. Again, I've already seen some prams and some kids, but here, adults only. And again, this is a very quiet area up here if you want a drink or a coffee with a gorgeous view out the back over the wake again. And of course, the lifts do run from this deck as well. Okay. So, this is deck 19. In a moment, I'm going to be taking you through. I'm going to pause the video a moment. Because we need to walk through an area that isn't really of any purpose, and we'll see you on the other side for deck 19. Okay, so still on deck 19, in the Zen deck at the back of the ship. We're now at the Brasserie buffet. So just around the corner from that area I just showed you a moment ago, you've got the entrance to Brasserie buffet. Now, this is another buffet on top of the Mercato buffet on deck 18. A lot smaller, this one. This is half the size. I'm not sure if we can get in. So of course, just coming through again. If you do fancy it a little bit quieter, this one does tend to be a lot more quieter and a lot more spaced out with the seating. Downstairs seems to be a bit of a cattle market. Up here tends to feel like a bit more, I'm going to say posh than it does downstairs. So this is the Brasserie buffet upstairs, and once again it also has your walk through there, which I don't like. I'm not going to show you the other side. It's exactly the same. It's mirrored on both sides. We're going to continue through. Oh, one thing I didn't need to show you though is we've been having a problem with tomato ketchup on this thing. There is a tomato ketchup station in this buffet, just so you know. Right, so moving on forward through to deck, the sort of midship of deck 19. Okay, so once again, you've got like an atrium area that is the entrance to the Brasserie buffet, and this is where people will come through from the lift shafts in the centre of the ship. Nothing really much to say here. They do have a better bar here. If you come for breakfast, they do a fantastic cappuccino, and they really do a nice orange juice. That's not one of those like watered down ones. Okay, sorry, jeez. And then of course we're through to deck 19 midship. This is where everyone hangs around basically waiting for the buffets to open. So this is where you'll find the kids clubs. Now obviously controversially we don't film in kids clubs. Michael was quite fortunate to come here in the morning before they'd opened and was managed to film inside them. So obviously I'll pass you over to Mike to show you around the kids clubs.
This is the entrance. Let's see if we can get in, but I don't think I'll be able to. Nice bright signs as you come in. Gives you the opening hours. Oh, it is open. Let's have a little look. Well, I certainly didn't expect that door to be open. So we have just entered the children's clubs. Straight away as you come in, you've got TVs. They're still playing now. And that's the original family game show. I've no idea where I'm going here. This is the teen club. So you've got a machine there. Oh, so this is for 15 to 17-year-olds. Let's see if we can have a look at this. I'd see 10 till 1 and 3 till midnight. I've got one of those worrying things here where I feel like I'm going to shut a door and I'm not going to be able to get out. So I don't know what this is, but somewhere to wash your hands. Restricted access, so we won't be going in there. So this 15 to 17-year-olds. More table footballs, very popular on here. You've got views out, they've got benches and a desk they can sit at to look out on the pool. And as we carry on round, more table football. And we go through to their second room. A bit underwhelmed in here, really, if I was a teenager. Don't think I'd be overly impressed. Table tennis. And that's it, we're about done. See what's the other side? I don't know whether there's more the other side, but I suppose, what do kids need? An area to hang out? Well, not on this ship, because they're drinking at the bars. So yeah, it looks like that's it. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Is it just a table? Yeah, probably just a table. Right, let's get out of the kids one. If I can't get out, don't laugh. So, there we go, that's the first one. It's the Teen Club 15 to 17. Let's carry on round. Nice cartoon type walls. I won't go through that door. There's toilets there. Where does this go? Doesn't say no entry, so... Oh, well, that goes back to the arcade. So that's the arcade entrance. Don't know why that goes. Where's this go? No, that one is locked. So, I presume... Oh, it's got Young Club here, 12 to 14. But I can't see a door as to where that goes. That's got me puzzled. Let's have a look the other side. Right, we've got the studio. Original family game show. Let's have a look in here. Oh wow, this looks a bit more exciting. Look at the Lego on here. I'll show you the Lego now. Guinness World Records. I think they do try and do some Guinness World Records in here. I would imagine this would be a fun activity place. Because it's a nice space. They've got lots of seating for kids here. That's obviously Buzzers doing the family show. There must be a quiz. Hold on, I've got to go and have a look at this. Got to go and have a look at this. Oh, hold on. Oh, I could just about fit in there. I got my buzzer. I know the answer. I know the answer. I was always a smart arse at school. Do you know what? As a child, I used to love Lego. Just look at the selection here. I could almost come up here in the night and have a play of Lego. I've got to be careful getting off here now. Look at all the Lego here, but it's so changed since my day. These are the bigger pieces. But nothing is built, so I've got nothing to show you. I think there is a Lego event at some point. Now, I've always been a person that loves just trying a door and seeing where it goes. This looks fascinating. Where does this go? I think I want to go back the way we came in, because, yeah, we'll come back out. There's lots of lights on the ceiling in this room, and I would imagine it's a really fun, exciting place to be. And I'm quite impressed with this room. I think you could have a lot of fun in here. Right, we're going back out the way we came. Let's centre you up. There you go. So this is obviously the reception desk. Opening hours on there. Don't know if you can see them. Baby club, midnight to 9, 11 till 1, 3 till 6, 8 till 0, 10 to 1, the young club, 12 to 14. Teen club's the same, 10 to 1, 3 to midnight. I won't read it all. Let's have a look, see if I can get through this bit. This is the junior club. Don't know if I can get through here. No, that definitely looks a bit on the locked side. Probably needs to be secure because of, obviously you've got young tots in there. Let's go back then the way we came and see. I think the door I went through came back. So we're going back through this interesting looking door, and I think now I must be in the younger club. TV and seating all the way around. You've got a TV in here with seating. There. Hopefully if we can get out the door here, we'll see which age range this one's for. Is that Connect 4? No, it can't be, because the kids wouldn't be able to reach the top, would they? No, I can't see a ladder either, so I don't think it's that. Oh, look at the Lego. That's fun, little desk in there. Yeah, a lot more animation in here. This looks like a real fun place to be. I bet the kids love it in here. Colourful. TV screens everywhere. So you've got some really colourful cartoon characters on the wall. There we go. Oh, we got Lego blocks here. Look, so they obviously do the Lego here. And you've got a little room there with a desk. Carry on round. We carry on round here. Oh, look, another game of Connect 4. Oh, little desks. It's cute. Nice little chairs. And I think that's the end of this one. So I would imagine that, I don't know what's through that door. Just doesn't look like the door I should open. Toilets here. So again, they haven't got to go anywhere out of sight to go to the toilet. Little sinks. Wash their hands. Now let's see. Oh, Lego. That's Lego, isn't it? 90 years of play. Oh, that's Lego. I found some Lego. There we go, look. We found a little piece of Lego. Right, let's go back round. As I say, I'm not... Oh, have we tried this door? Yes, that's the door. Oh, there's more up here. Right, so that's where we couldn't get through. So now we can see the one we've just been in is called the lab, but I'm not sure what age range that is for. Right, we're now going up the corridor. We haven't been here before. This is the mini club for 3 to 6 year olds. Let's hope we can get in. Oh, and this is the baby care, but unfortunately we can't go any further here. So you got the opening hours there, 9 till 11, 1 till 3, 6 till 8. So that's why people on the table next door to us this morning didn't have their kids. We were a bit worried they'd lost their kids, but they were obviously there because they're open 6 till 8 p.m. Right, I think I'm going to have to go back out the way I came, because I'm not going to try and even climb over that bit. Am I back at the bit? Oh, I'm back the other side. So remember I couldn't get through? Well, I've come back the other side now. So this is a baby club, which is for under 3 year old. Now, I don't think this is going to be open for a minute. Oh, now that is a big surprise. So we're in the baby club. For those of you that are coming with babies, this is what to expect in their club. Walls are lovely, aquatic, bit of Finding Nemo, and lots of toys on the floor. Soft play areas. Oh, I bet they'd love it in here. So here we go, let's show you some bean bags, chairs, slides. If we move round, oh, kids would love it in here, wouldn't they? More toys and soft pads. Little toy bike. TV screen, so there you go. Very small sink over there. Nice coloured lights on the ceiling. So there we go, that is the baby club. And, oh, toilets there. Let's have a look, see what the toilets are like. There you go, nice little toilet. Ideal. There we go, so we've managed to show you everything in here, and there is another sink outside. There we go. One last look for you. I can see a nappy changing pad there as well.
Okay, so obviously we've just left you from the kids clubs now, and just around the corner from the kids clubs, still on deck 19 midship, we have got the entertainment area. So this area is pretty cool. Down the bottom there we've got the teens club. Obviously you've seen that on the video a moment ago, but up here we have the Formula Racer sort of area. I've been on this. It's a Formula One car. It's basically like you're driving an Xbox, but in a Formula One car. It's pretty cool, to be fair. There is a video on this already, but we're just going to walk you through. And then, of course, we've got the arcade. So this one's a little bit bigger than the one downstairs. As you can see, it's not massive. We've seen cruise ships with bigger ones than this, but it's not a bad size, to be fair. Each machine is charged to your room, so you just tap your card on, enter the amount that you want, and you can play away. There is also going to be information on a video about a Fun Pass. It's a family entertainment card that will give you X amount of credit that is based on a room, so anyone that is staying in that room can use that credit as well. So we're going to crack on over to deck 20. Okay, so deck 20 now, literally just at the stairs from where we were, in the middle of the ship. We have quite a few things actually going on. The first one to note is the gym, the MSC gym. Now this is open, I think it's from 6 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. Inside the gym is fully equipped, really big gym. I have been told there are saunas in there as well for use if you've been working out. They've got a full range of equipment in there with free weights as well. So this gym is fantastic. You can buy gym equipment in there, i.e. clothing, bulking powders, and you need, they give you towels as well when you're in as well. So this is the gym on deck 20 midship. Turning you around, we now have the Sportplex. Now the Sportplex is multifunctional. In here, there's a bar area, and it's almost like a rink. And within that rink, they do skating, they do bumper cars, they do football, I think they do, in the sports nets, and they do basketball. So there's loads of different things going on in there. It's also a pretty cool place if you have children, and you can let them loose in there, and you can sit in the booths, have a coffee, have a beer, and watch them and make sure that they're all monitored in there. They also have board games here as well that you can ask to play. So, nice. So, back to the central midship of 20. We can go one of two ways. They all go to the same area. But we're going to go out on the left-hand side first. So the left-hand side of the ship, as I'm walking, is Aurora Borealis Aqua Park. Now, I have to be mindful here that there's no children outside because it is a children's water park that then blends into the adults' water park. Okay, so let me just pop my head out, make sure that no one's out there. I mean, hopefully they won't be out there because it's too cold, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, so we start off in this area here. You've got the children's wet area. A bit too cold for it today, but this would be teeming with water. I think the first day we came, this was in action, and there was water everywhere. If I was a kid, I'd find it fascinating. It's a really, really nice place. But beyond that, as you can see, the water slides. We've got the, I'm going to call it the adult section, kids can go on it as well, but you've got an array of water slides. Now, you can't just pop up and go on this. I believe you do have to sign a waiver, not that it's that deadly, which allows you to ride as much as you want there. It's free of charge. And in a moment, we'll show you the Venom slide, which is attached to it. When we did the Venom slide, we signed a waiver, we had a wristband, and that allowed us to also use the water park. So this area can be found again on deck 20 at the after the ship. It's not in operation today, it's obviously too rough. This would usually be manned. I think it's open about 10 o'clock in the morning through to about 8 or 10, I'm not too sure. That we'll have to clarify those times, but these are the water slides, and from what I've heard, they're really good. I love it because you can still see the bumper cars in the window over here, Mike. Pretty cool. They haven't got many, but we've seen them in action and they're pretty good, to be fair. Right. Let's take you on round to Venom. Now, Venom was actually quite scary. I gotta say, I hate heights, and I know how far down this ride goes. And it's fast until you get to the end. There is a video on this as well, I think Mike's put it out. It's really, really fast until you get to the end, and then you get stuck in it, and you start to panic thinking that, you know, it's only you that's got stuck. Once again though, because of the weather today, guys, it's closed, which is a shame, because on a sea day I think this would be quite popular. Okay, as you can see, it does come with a few guidelines. It does say no filming, however, we were allowed to film ours on the way down, but it's simple as that. Just be mindful with the clothing that you wear. It says it's a medium ride. It wasn't that hard, to be fair. And obviously you'll sign your waiver here and get given your wristband. That will go down, trying to work it out, 12 floors. Quite far down. But it's great though if you're an adult, because it ends down on floor 8 with the coffee shop right next door, so get off there, have a nice hot chocolate or a coffee. So on to the one of the hot tubs. Now there are hot tubs littered all over the ship. This one, it was used quite well. Today no one seems to be in it, but I think again it's because of the weather and they're stopping people from using them, purely based on the fact that if that flashes you around, that's going to be like a washing machine in there. I just think it's quite unfortunate that today has been so rough on a sea day, our only sea day, meaning a lot of the things, that facilities that are available can't be used. As I fight the wind, we've got the surfers bar. So this is the last part on deck number 20. This, by day and by evening, will be an actual bar serving cocktails and things. This is, we're gonna have to pop in. This is the area that you would use on a sunny day if you're out here relaxing. We'll quickly take, oh no we can't, they've stationed this off today again because it's going to be too windy, but all this is, it goes up and it wraps around and comes back to the other side. It's a sunbathing spot. It doesn't do anything more than that, than a sunbathing spot. It looks over the pool deck on deck number 18. Oh, can't get in this way. Gonna have to duck under here. So this concludes deck number 20. There is nothing more here yet, but what we're going to do in a moment is show you the upper level to the pool deck. It's a bit confusing, this this deck, but bear with us and you'll see what I mean. So we're back on deck number 20, where the kids' water park is, and you can see there's a staircase that comes down. This will take you through to the deck 19 of the pool deck. It's so windy today. I'm covering my microphone so it doesn't A, get blown away, or B, pick up all the wind. So this is the upper section of the pool deck. I'm actually very surprised they've opened the pool today. Considering they've closed off most of the hot tubs, I'm surprised. But talking of which, there's actually one hot tub that's open on this side. And the one thing I'm going to comment about, which I noticed on other ships, is their hot tubs tend to be quite small. These ones are huge. You can fit at least 20 people in there. Okay, so a quick one while we're here, just for a bit of background information. That up there, I think this acts like theatre seating in the day, looking over onto the pool deck, but that up there is not accessible to us. That is for the yacht club, but that will be a sunbathing area and a private area for the yacht club. Okay, quickly pulling you through again. This is the upper level of the Botanical Garden pool area. Again, it's indoors. It's very warm in here. You can see why it's so popular. And on the upper levels of the Botanical Gardens, you've got the bar. They do all drinks here, all cocktails, coffees, you name it. You can find it at this bar here. On the far side, just thought I'd quickly show you, you've got table tennis tables, and on this side you've got the foosball tables.
Non, mais ben, en fait, je me suis trompée. Attends, je le vois. Je crois que ça a été inversé ça.
Okay, so we're going to stop the tour here because this is only access areas for people that aren't yacht club on this cruise ship. Everything else above here now on the front of the ship from 20 and then 21 will be MSC Yacht Club passengers only. So that concludes our ship tour. If you haven't seen our videos before, this is Mitre Travel. We try our best to bring you all the best information. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember to subscribe, like, and hit that bell button for future notifications. Once again, this is MSC World Europa. It's been a blast. It's a massive ship. From Mike and I, we'd like to thank you for watching. And once again, hit that subscribe button, spread the word.